Welcome to Everything Fly Fishing, or welcome back to Everything Fly Fishing, where we tie flies to catch fish, not just fishermen. And let's get started on today's fly. Okay, we're going to start this fly with a size 12 standard dry fly hook and brown. What kind of thread? If you've watched my videos before, you should know. That's right, 70 denier thread. So I'm going to use a standard deer hair stacker like this one to stack some regular deer hair, Compara Dun deer hair. So once you put the deer hair stacker in there, tap down on it, it should come out looking like this. You want to take and pull it out so that it's all ready to be handled. Measure it the length of the hook and get ready to tie that in. Oh, I almost forgot. You want to take by the tips of this deer hair and pull all the webbing out of the back, all the extra strands. You don't want to tie all that in and cause it balk with it. You don't need to. So I'll get rid of all the extra strands and stuff besides the tips that are in your fingers. So now we're going to tie this in, keeping the length of the deer hair the same length as the hook shank. And pay attention, we're not going to let go of the deer hair going back towards the back of the hook where the tail would be on this fly. We're going to keep hold of that and wrap, put many thread wraps until we get to about at least half, over half, a little about 3/4 of the way to where the tail would be. And then we're going to cut it off at an angle, still holding on to it, don't let go. You don't want this to flare out and make a mess. So now we're going to tie down much of them, those stubbles of deer hair as we can, trapping them down. And we're going to add other stuff. I wouldn't worry about trapping too many of them down. So now we get tying the tail, same length as the shank of the hook. And I got a little too many freaking fibers here and my tail flares out, which is okay. Which they work great. I haven't noticed difference between that and what. If you wanted to make it a little bit nicer to look to your friends when you're bragging off what you tied, just tie maybe 4 or 5 strands in and it won't flare out like this. I don't mind it, but they fish just as good. So, but if you want to make them look better, make a couple strands, tie them in, and then just clip off all the deer hair, flaring deer hair, and get ready for the rest of it. wrap in some peacock right in front of the tail. And we're going to wrap that to 1/3 between the distance between the tail and the wing. 1/3 of that, we're going to wrap that peacock up. We're going to tie in some red thread, and wrap that about, fill in a little bit of area with the red thread, about 1/3. Okay, I want to throw a quick commercial in here. Go check out Russell's Guide Service. We now have a video tip up. It'll be very useful for you. So go check that out, and go check out how to sponsor. And there'll be a video up there telling you why it's nice to sponsor vets, and what the original thing for Russell's Guide Service was the main plan was for just vets. But go check that out. Thank you for your time, and go check out the #1 guides, PA. Go right now. Check it out. Have a good one. Or maybe check that out at the end of the video. Now you want to tie in another peacock hackle, and you want to wrap that right up against the wing. Now you want to pull back on the deer hair, put thread wraps in front of it, and form a head. I mean, when you look at it from the front after its fly's done, you should have that half a moon look of a Compara Dun. It's going to be a deadly fly. Look forward to fishing videos coming really soon. And go make sure you check out that tip on the website, because that'll use this fly and I'll tell you how to use it. I hope you guys liked that video. Go check out the other videos around me, and make sure you go check out our website. That is a really good tip that we share on there, how to use this fly, and flies right this time of year. So go make sure you check that out. You guys keep your lines wet out of trees, and only give them fish a sore lip.